I would say twofold. One is when I took over the Oceania MD role, we had three separate entities: New Zealand, Australia, and China, that had operated as three separate entities. And there was a requirement to pull together all three as one Oceania region and have alignment across the region. And that involved a huge cultural challenge, bringing different cultures at different stages of their development to a culture that was right for us moving forward. So that was the first challenge. I think the second challenge was capability-wise. We had a lot of people who've been there a long time as part of the old business model, and the business had changed significantly, and we needed to upskill and bring in I guess, leadership skills and capability skills that we didn't have in our business. So there was a gap in our team and leadership skills that we approached 4i to help us with. So I think from my perspective, 4i invest a lot of time in understanding the business, understanding the culture and the requirements, and that upfront work, I think, make sure that you're building your solutions around, what's right for the business. So that's the first piece. I think secondly, 4i helped us with new skill acquisition and also existing talent development. The new skill acquisition piece was across the board. I think 4i probably helped us with 8 or 10 different recruits, including some very senior roles. And for the senior roles, it was an incredibly comprehensive process that not only ensured skills requirement alignment, but also cultural fit. And there were a whole load of psychometric tests and behavioral studies and scenario questioning to make sure we end up with the right people in some of those very senior roles. And I have to say, I think that piece has been incredibly successful. The second support we've got from 4i is we had some good existing talent that probably had hit a bit of a glass ceiling and didn't really know how or where to go to continue their development. And we engaged 4i to support us on 2 or 3 coaching programs, which again were tool-based and quite comprehensive in nature. And as a result, I think the people who've been on that program have come out as much stronger and, rounded leaders. So yeah, both pieces of work were incredibly successful. So I think to paint a bit of a picture, because of, I guess, the leadership voids we had and skill gaps we had in our middle management, I personally had a queue of people on a Monday morning waiting outside my office to drop a whole load of problems on my desk and get it off their shoulders, which meant that I just didn't get to what I needed to do because I was forever down in the weeds solving other people's problems. So what I found with, I guess, new and very high talent acquisition and also unlocking of some of our existing talent is the whole bar is lifted significantly, whereby now I feel like there's a whole middle management group and a leadership team in place that's dealing with day-to-day problems, but also addressing our future business growth strategies. So I think my job's got incredibly easier and also enabled me to focus on where I want to put my energies, which is in growing the business, not solving day-to-day problems.